Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're watching. Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa Live channel where I read you those cryptocurrency news articles so you don't have to. Now, what is up with Bitcoin today? Woo woo! We jumped past 60,000. We were at 62 for a little bit. But yeah, so much good news happened just really recently. We had a president buy burgers with Bitcoin in NYC. Which president? We know who. Donnie T, the Trump man himself, bought it. The Fed rate cut 50%, making buyers a lot more wanting to buy crypto or borrow against it to buy an asset with cheaper rates. What else do we got? We got a pickleball tournament that's going to be giving away Bitcoin for the winners. And Richard Hart is on the run, or still who knows where he's at, because it looks like a Finnish company or the Finnish land is trying to find him for tax evasion. So those are the articles I got for you tonight. But yeah, how you doing? Hope you're doing great. Today was another awesome day here at the club. Just yeah, we're chilling, we're having a blast, we're making this place as great as possible. But yeah, let's go over this news. And again, I'll separate the articles tomorrow, so that way if you don't want to watch the full video, I got you for these individual ones. So here we go. Let's start off with our first one on Donnie T uses Bitcoin to buy burgers at NYC bar. That's right. Which bar was it? Well, it was a Pub Key, a Bitcoin bar in New York City, and it hosted the former U.S. president and 2024 Republican nominee for a campaign stop on September 18th. So, The Republican Party presidential nominee Donald Trump appeared in a New York City bar and restaurant famous for accepting Bitcoin, becoming the first former U.S. president to use the cryptocurrency in a transaction. Now, according to a September 18th X post by PubKey, Trump used Bitcoin to purchase hamburgers at the NYC bar, and Bitcoin advocate and professional capital management CEO Anthony Pompliano was in attendance at the campaign stop, and which was also reported on Trump's TruthSocial platform. Now, the event came less than 2 days after the Republican nominee announced the launch of a token through the World Liberty Financial crypto platform run by members of his family. Despite once calling Bitcoin a scam and crypto based on thin air, Trump has advocated for Bitcoin miners as part of his 2024 campaign and spoken at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville. Now, here is that tweet from them from PubKey. One of the most historic transactions in Bitcoin history was just made. President Real Donald Trump buying burgers at PubKey NYC with Tipashia. Now, block height happened at 800, no, it was this 861,871. So if you want to look at the transaction, you can, because that's what blockchain and a decentralized network is all, or decentralized ledger is all about. So yeah, you just go there and you can find it. But you saw it here first. There's Donnie T. The guys are using it, and there's Anthony Pompliano in back. You got a guy wearing a Satoshi t-shirt, and I wonder if they're going to keep the coins. But PubKey's market staff would not confirm over Telegram whether the BTC transaction was completed on the Lightning Network. A video showed Trump purchasing at least a dozen hamburgers, which he handed out to attendees, calling them crypto burgers. Now, Trump reportedly holds at least 1 million in crypto. Former U.S. President Bill Clinton has also held Bitcoin, but given to him at a 2016 event. Now, there is only 48 days until the U.S. election. The Republican candidate claimed he had a real chance at winning New York's electoral votes in November, despite Democratic candidates winning every election since 1988. Now, in August, ActiVote poll showed that Vice President Kamala Harris had a 16-point lead over Trump in the state. Now, unlike Trump, Vice President Harris has not made crypto part of her campaign. Experts have speculated that she was unlikely to significantly distance herself from the Biden administration policies on crypto and blockchain. Now, one of Harris's senior advisors said in August that the U.S. vice president would support policies for the industry's growth, future forward, and a political action committee supporting the Democratic president candidate accepts contributions in cryptocurrencies. So, yeah, let's throw in that other side there. But no, yeah, awesome. Donnie T, look at that, buying dozens of burgers. I'm sure they all enjoyed those crypto burgers out there. But hey, if you want another crypto burger, we got them here at the Crypto Club, the Bitcoin Ben Burger Bus Plus, and that's where I think we originally had the Bitcoin burgers. But no, this is so awesome. Like, that was definitely a hype article to just definitely cause a spike in Bitcoin to happen, because like, come on, president buying Bitcoin, whoo, that is awesome. So yeah, that was pretty cool news article. Now let's go on to another one that probably caused a rise in Bitcoin. which is the Federal Reserve announced a 0.5 interest rate cut, and Bitcoin soared above $60,000 probably because of it. Interest rates are coming down faster than the market had expected earlier this month. The Federal Reserve announced on Wednesday that it will lower its benchmark interest rate by 50 basis points, marking the central bank's first cut since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, immediately after the announcement, Bitcoin's price skyrocketed back above $60,000, while the S&P only shot up 0.7%, which really shows which asset you rather hold during these times. But the central bank said that it has gained greater confidence that inflation is heading back down to 2%, even though it remains somewhat elevated. Now, job gains have slowed down as well, and the unemployment rate has moved up, but remains low, says the Fed. They also added that this month's meeting was one of the first in years when Fed's next policy decision was truly a toss-up for odd makers. Now, hours before the announcement, interest rate traders priced in the odds of a 50 basis point cut at 65% versus 35% odds for a 25-point cut, which was usually the ones that always happen. But according to CME FedWatch, meanwhile, crypto bettors on Polymarket had the odds at 43% for the 50 basis points and 57% for the 25 basis points. Now, why is this good for Bitcoin? Well, lower rates are generally seen as a bullish sign for Bitcoin since it allows investors to borrow money more cheaply to buy a risky asset. It also increased the money supply, which is generally bullish for scarce assets like gold or Bitcoin. So that is why it's usually a good thing for it. Now, that said, the former Fed Vice Chair Richard Clarida warned that the Financial Times last week that a non-standard 50 basis point cut could spook the market into thinking something is wrong, but they can trigger the view of, wow, what do they know that we don't know, he said at the time. So is it? I don't know. I've heard a lot of stuff that this type of rate cut, it wasn't likely to happen all the time, but it did happen now, and what a time for us to do it. So yeah, so two good news articles for Bitcoin. Yeah, Trump buying the burgers and the rate cut happened because again, it allows investors to borrow more at a cheaper price. So, so kudos. I wonder what it'll be next time. Just got to wait and find out. So let's move on, though, to our next article. We only got four articles for you today, but the next one comes from Bitcoin Magazine and looks like there's a pickleball tournament going on, and yeah, it's called Pickle Bit. It's sponsored by Proof of Workforce, and Fold and Pickle Pop partners on pickleball tournament to offer Bitcoin prize pool. The tournament held during the Santa Monica Peer-to-Peer Bitcoin Festival will feature semi-pro and amateur divisions awarding a $5,000 prize pool paid in Bitcoin. So, I think our secret squirrel here would definitely love that, but hey, I'm heading to California first. But let's go through this article, learn a little bit more about this tournament and how people will win Bitcoin, because also here you get Bitcoin for just signing up. So yeah, let's go through this article. The Santa Monica-based nonprofit Proof of Workforce Foundation has partnered with Bitcoin financial service company Fold and Pickle Pop to organize a Bitcoin-themed pickleball tournament, offering a $5,000 prize pool for entrants and winners. So Fold, if you do not own Fold, it's a way you get a little debit card. I actually have one right now. If you want to sign up for it, I have a link down below. But no, you're getting a little card that you can spend for basically anything, your bills, groceries, gas, and you get Satoshis back. And when you sign up using my affiliate down there, don't use these guys, you sign up, you'll get 20,000 Satoshis out there. So not a bad deal for spending money and then still earning Bitcoin back. But let's continue. Now, the tournament is slated to be held on October 18th in Santa Monica, California, during the Peer-to-Peer Bitcoin Festival, featuring both a semi-pro and amateur division. The winner of each division will receive their payouts in Bitcoin. Entrants will also have the opportunity to win Bitcoin hardware wallet devices provided by CoinKite. And this will be an incredible event bringing together two talented and high-growth communities, Bitcoiners and pickleballers, because it is crazy how popular pickleball became and just so fast. It's like, I don't get it. The rules are too much. It's like, why not just tennis and racquetball? Those were the days. But no, pickleball is here, and who knows, maybe it'll be an Olympic sport one day. But to support creative reuse of commercial space on the 3rd Street Promenade, said Proof of Workforce founder and Santa Monica firefighter Don Bay. Now, earlier this year, Bay's Foundation partnered with the city of Santa Monica to launch the Santa Monica Bitcoin office, making it the first U.S. city to do so. Now, the Santa Monica Bitcoin office is already bringing communities and revenue opportunities to key areas of our economic revitalization strategy, and has done so at a zero cost to the city, said the City of Santa Monica Vice Mayor Lana Negrete. Now, this is exciting and an example of collaborative and innovative ideas to reimagine retail on 3rd Street. Now, Brian Harrington, the senior marketing manager at Fold, added, I love seeing the Bitcoin community grow in Southern California over the years, and what the city of Santa Monica is doing with its amazing. Now, participants can register for the tournament on Picklebit tournament website, where they will also receive Bitcoin rewards for signing up playing in the tournament. So let's go through the website, the link that was in the article itself, but it's at picklepop.playbypoint.com. And yeah, the link will be also in the news article, which I always leave at the bottom. But yeah, so the time will happen at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Friday, the October 18th. First place will win a grand total of $600 in Bitcoin per team. Second place is $200, and third place is $100. And again, down here, all entrants receive 20,000 Satoshis when they sign up using Fold. That is their affiliate link for it, but don't use theirs. Use the Sherpas. Help the Sherpa out. Now, all entrants will receive $20 in Bitcoin from Fold just for participating. So if you're going to participate, I guess you do kind of have to go through that. But no, yeah, so this article is all in it. And let's see. The second division for the open division looks like first place is $2,000 in Bitcoin for first place, $600 for second, and $400. So still not bad for playing some pickleball and winning some Bitcoin behind it. If you didn't know, though, the Crypto Club is actually a sponsor of a pickleball player, Grayson. Why do I keep forgetting your last name? But he's usually rocking a Bitcoin t-shirt when he plays in tournaments with a QR code for people to actually send him Satoshis. So pickleball is a very, very popular sport out there. And yeah, maybe one day I will learn how to play it, but we'll just have to wait and find out on that one. But that is the pickleball tournament news and how they're partnered with Fold, and they're going to give away Bitcoin for the winners out there. So yeah, now let's move on to our final article, where the Finnish police are seeking Hex founder Richard Hart for suspected gross tax evasion. Now, this is an assault. Finnish law enforcement said that they believe Hart created and launched and marketed his cryptocurrencies from Finland. So, did he do that? I'm not a Hex user out there, so I'm not too well defined into this project, but I know a lot of people are. But Hex and Pulse Chain founder Richard Schuler, who also goes by Richard Hurd and Richard Hart, is currently the subject of criminal investigations in Finland for gross tax evasion and assault. According to a September 17th report by a local news outlet, Lolli, Finnish police suspect Schuler, who has been living in Helsinki, of gross tax evasion and assault. Helsinki police detective Harry Siristola told the news outlet that Schuler is suspected of failing to pay several hundred million euros worth of taxes to Finland. Now, the investigation began following a request from the Finnish tax administration, Siristola, explaining that the discrepancies between Schuler's tax returns and the tax administration income assessment prompted the inquiry. Now, on September 13th, Schuler was remanded in custody in absentia, meaning he was present when it happened, but his current location is still unknown to authorities. So where is Richard Hart? But Finnish police did not immediately respond to the request for further details or comments at Decrypt about it. The suspected tax evasion in Finland allegedly occurred between June 2nd of 2020 and April 2nd of 2024. Now, a separate assault charge dates to February 16th to the 17th of 2021, and Finnish authorities said that they estimate Schuler's 2023 income exceeds 15.2 million euros, but the tax evasion allegations are not related to his capital income. Now, Finnish law enforcement said that they believe the crypto founder created, launched, and marketed his cryptocurrencies from Finland, and that the marketing for those projects extended internationally. Now, the international market of his project Hex and Pulse is at a center of charges he's facing from the Securities and Exchange Commission in the United States. Now, last summer, the SEC charged Schuler with illegally raising more than $1 billion through 3 unregistered cryptocurrency offerings, and the regulator also accused him of defrauding investors of $12.1 million. But the SEC reported at the end of 2023 that the regulator has not yet to be located, so he's just been away everywhere. Who knows where he's at? I don't know where he is at. I'm sure some of his fans maybe know some little seeking points, but again, I don't know. But that is Richard Hart is absent and kind of evading taxes, says the Finnish police. But yeah, so that was literally all the news articles I had for you. Just really wanted to share that Trump bought Bitcoin. That was just everywhere. Shared on TruthSocial. You couldn't not see it on X. And then like every single news platform out there was just talking about it. And I thought that was just pretty cool. And yeah, woo to the Fed rate cut, because now people are actually more inclined to buy Bitcoin because they can borrow against it. Because why not? What's a better time than right now to actually buy it? Like we're literally at the very end of the cycle. Like this, if you look at the charts, like this is when Bitcoin and crypto usually start rising. Bitcoin always does first. We hit the election, and then whoop, Bitcoin does its rise. Altcoins do there, and then if we follow traditional cycles, it will either dwindle down by closer towards the end of 2025, or some major black swan event will take place and just cause the entire market to crash, because there's always something that causes it. But we'll see what happens there. But that is it. Let's take a look at the fear and greed index, see if people's feelings and emotions changed a bit. And looks like they have. We are at a 40 now. We went up 6 points since yesterday. We were at 34 for a couple of days of just people being super duper fearful. But again, when people are fearful, it's a great time to buy. And if you bought when it was 58, you just had at least a 3% increase in your what am I trying to say? In your investment. So yeah, so pretty cool. Bitcoin's currently at 62,000, so awesome. Ethereum's at 2393. BNB 556, Solana 136. Where's Solana going to go? Some people always say it's going to be like $1,000, but I don't think it will this cycle. And XRP is at 58 cents, even after being relisted on Robinhood the other day in Europe. Yeah, I think during the video when I covered it yesterday, I said, oh, they're finally back on Robinhood? I thought they already were. They were in the States, but Europe finally relisted them. So yeah, so European people can use Robinhood's stock exchange app out there and then buy XRP with it. But again, that is all the news I have for you. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. And again, I will see you again tomorrow for another list of cryptocurrency news and read them to you so you don't have to. So have a good night. The Sherpa is tired, and I will see you then.